I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. So why
Thanks
don't
for
you
having me.
tell us a little bit about you? Tell us a little bit about who Tonya Holmes is.
Um, I'm Latanya Holmes. I prefer to be called Tanya. I've been born and raised in Savannah, Georgia. I have three kids, three boys, 22, 12, and 7. I have been a LPN for 21 years. I have a bachelor's and master's in healthcare administration. Have a certification in CPR instructor from American Heart. Um, Trying to think what else is something else behind me. Oh, I have the trainer to teach CNA, and I also teach medical assistant, phlebotomy, um, so forth and so on.
You do a lot. You do a lot. Okay. So talk to us about your school you have called Excellent Healthcare School. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Um, Excellent Healthcare is a training center. It's a training site for the NHA, the National Health Career Association, which is the sister company or sister partner to the AMA, American Medical Assistant Association. And there I train, I was gonna say young women, but I have also had men that was interested in, you know, doing better in their life. Teaching them to become training them to become medical assistants, phlebotomists. They also can do the online PCT course if they have already been a CNA working in the healthcare field. Along with that, I also do DNA testing, gender reveals. So if you want to know whether you're having a boy or a girl, we can offer that as well. Once you turn 8 weeks gestation, we can draw your blood, send it off to the lab, and let you know what you're having. It's 99.9% accurate.
So that's
Um,
without a sonogram. You don't need a
Not a
sonogram.
sonogram.
Okay.
Don't need a sonogram. Do the testing through your blood.
Okay. So do a lot of mothers want that?
Yet it has grown more and more that a lot of women want to know what they're having. Well, I think it's not more so what they having. They just want to do the gender. They want 2 baby showers.
That's right. The gender reveal shower. Okay. Okay. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So they do it that early because they don't have the shower that early, do they?
No, some of them don't have the shower that early, but they'll have the gender reveal that early. So I've been to a couple of gender reveals, get a whole lot of diapers, whole lot of wipes. You know, those gonna come in handy.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so now you also have the body spa. It's called the LMK Body Spa. Explain to
Yes.
us a little bit about that.
LMK Body Spa. LMK is named after my boys. Love it, Maurice and Kari.
Um,
Um, yeah, a lot of people was confused at first. They was like, there is no K in your name. Why is it called LMK? Because my initials is LMH.
okay.
Latanya M. Holmes. I'm like, because it's named after my kids. Love it, Maurice and Kari. But LMK Body Spa, I started that in 2017. And I got into it because me myself had a little belly and I wanted to get lipo. So a coworker and I, we were sitting at the desk one day and we saw the service pop up on Instagram. No, we weren't supposed to be on, I mean, Facebook. I lied. I'm talking about Instagram. No, we weren't supposed to be on Facebook at work. So she was like, Tanya saying, she want to get lipo. Why don't you try it? Because I don't think you need to get lipo. You don't need to have surgery. This, da, 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 da. So I said, try it. What if I waste my money? Make a long story short, I ended up trying it. And I didn't know anyone in the Savannah area that was doing it. So in the process of me going from a 38 to a 29 in my waist in 6 weeks, I'm like,
Wow.
can I bring this service to my city?
Wow.
So that's how I got into it. And I love what I do. I love seeing the transformation of, the women's body. I had love seeing the transformation in my body. It makes you feel good. And, in doing it, you also have to do your part. You have to work out. You have to clean up your diet. And you got to go from there. So in the process of just learning that part, which was the cavitation and the radio frequency, which is the red light therapy, I went back and got training for lymphatic massages and post-op care. So I love that even more because you get to see more transformation, and you also get to help the women with the swelling and the extra fluid that builds up in their bodies after surgery that a lot of times some doctors don't tell them about. And it has to come out, or underneath the surface areas can build fibrosis and seromas and stuff that they have to get out the body. So I love what I do.
Sounds like it. So you have two different types of customers. You have of clients. I mean, you have the ones for with the post-op care,
Mm-hmm.
then one with contouring.
Yes.
Okay.
I have two types of services. You have the non-surgical part, and then you have the post-op. The non-surgical is for people who hadn't had surgery like I did in the beginning. I didn't have surgery, but was able to contour my body using lipocavitation and the infrared light. Lipocavitation, it breaks up the fat cells in your body. And the infrared light helps to liquefy those fat cells and also helps to tighten your skin. So with that being said, we encourage the women to drink plenty, plenty, plenty of water so that they can flush those fluids through their lymph vessels.
Wow. Okay.
The same with post-op care. The difference with post-op care, you have to be careful because you have some women that have lipo. They may have lipo 360, and what lipo 360 is, they have lipo from the back, the sides, and the abdomen.
Oh wow. Oh, wow.
Yes. So, they have the fat sucked out all the way around. And then you have the women who have the lipo 360 with the BBL. The BBL is the Brazilian butt lift, and that's using the fat transfer. Either they took the fat from the back or the abdomen and had it inserted into their butt. Then you have those that have tummy tucks. And a lot of times people don't understand there are different types of tummy tucks. You have a mini tuck, you have an extended tuck, and then you just have a regular tuck. But you also have a tuck with a muscle repair. And that's when they go in and repair your stomach muscles. And then they tighten up your skin. Well, they cut off the excess skin and then they tighten up the rest of it. So with that being said, a lot of times, your body build up a lot of fluid because it's inflamed. So you have to get the inflammation and the fluid out. So that's why the post-op care is necessary.
So how long does it take for the clients to see results?
It actually depends. Let me give you my testimony. When I first did lipocavitation, I saw no results. And my stomach had looked like a whole keg out here. A whole keg. I saw no results my first session. But she explained to me, and I explained to my clients, not everyone going to get results the first session.
Right.
It may take 1, 2, maybe even 3, but it all depends on you. Right. You have to detox. Most importantly, you have to detox. And detox help to remove that extra waste out of your intestines, out of your colon, and toxins and all that stuff that's been built up. Because a lot of times, I'm not going to just say women, but men, we as people, period, have tons and tons of feces in our intestines, years and years and years and years. So that makes our belly look bloated and extended. So me, and I'm saying this on live too, but I had a lot of feces in me.
Yeah, a lot of us did.
So I was pretty much, I told my sister, I was like, I was full of poop. But at that time I said the other word. Yeah, I said I was literally full of poop. You know that? And all she did was laugh at me. But once I detoxed and went back for my second session, and I'm looking at the pictures, and doing the double take, like the the little double make commercial, the gum when they do this. I was like, you sure that's me? And it was me. And then so my second session is when I saw results. And then I have a 12-year-old, and at the time he was 9. He's very vocal. And he walked up to me and he was like, Mom, whatever you doing, you need to keep doing because your stomach going down.
Wow.
So he noticed it, but sometimes you can see results the first session, second session, and it all depends on you how your results turn out.
Right. Okay. Now, do
Yeah.
you assist your clients with changing their eating habits or exercising, just to get telling them what they need to do as far as maintaining?
Yes, ma'am. When they come in, I normally have a packet for them explaining what, the procedure is, the process is, what is lipocavitation, what is infrared therapy, what's expected, what they need to do before coming in, what they need to do afterwards. I even provide a 3-day meal plan that someone prepared for me to give to them. So I encourage them to do the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
And a lot of times
Okay.
I have some that do the right thing, but then I have some that was like, I'm still going down and I'm eating what I want.
Yeah, and some of them just want that instant gratification. They want to see
Mhm.
results as soon as they get out. Okay, they want to see results. Yep, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's good. So let's talk about your book. You wrote a few books actually, and your first one was called what?
Broken but healing.
Broken but healing. Yes, I love that title. All right, explain to us how you got the inspiration to write it, and how it all came into fruition.
Hmm. Broken but healing started many, many, many years ago.
Yeah, it does take a
And
lot of.
just recently came into fruition. And I thank God for the process. About 10 years ago, a woman came to my church and she prophesied to me that she saw a book in me. And she said, you have a story to tell. And she said, that story is going to help many women all over the world. And she said, but you got to tell it and you got to put it out. So I went in seeking God and was like, okay, God, this lady talking to me because I ain't got time to be writing no book. I don't know how to write a book and all of this good stuff. So I know she's not talking to me. Probably a couple of months later, I thought about writing a book. So I reached out to a couple of people that have written books before, and I asked them what they got me, show me what to do. I'll pay you, just point me in the right direction. Just give me something. Um, we'll help. Just give me a call when you're ready. Just a phone call away. There were several phone calls away. I think they still some phone calls away at this point because I reached out to those folks. They would not return my call. They ignored me. I'll call you back. I'll get with you. So at that point, I just got discouraged and I'm like, whatever. But at that moment when I did decide, I thought of the title Broken but Healing because at that point I was broken and I was like, I need to heal. But once again, still didn't know how to write the book, where to go about it. Fast forward a couple of years later, a prophet came to my church and told me the same exact thing the prophetess told me years ago. And he was like, sister, you got a story to tell and you got to put it out there. You need to start writing your book now. So I'm like, okay, God, confirmation. Still ain't move on it. Even when he told me, I made no effort to move on it. So I was going through some issues with my website for LMK. And I was pointing in the direction of this lady named Crystal Pitts. So in the midst of having my website redone, I kept having issues with some of the content. And, she and I was emailing each other back and forth about, the content. So whatever the case may be. So the next thing, I just get a phone call from her. And she said, we're doing a lot of emailing back and forth. And she said, but it's something about you. She said, you've never been disrespectful or rude like some of the other people when, they had issues. She said, it's something about you. I don't know what it is yet. And she said, it's more than this website. So I'm just sitting here, talking to her, having a good old conversation. Then coming to realize she's a woman of God. She's a minister. So I was like, okay, God, I gotta watch what I say. Gotta watch what I say. Guess what she said to me?
You got a book in you. You need to get it
When
in.
you gonna write that book?
Right.
And I'm like, all these people keep telling me when I'm writing a book, ain't nobody gonna help me. So, but anyway, I was like, I started writing a book. I thought about writing a book. It was prophesied to me. I reached out to people. No one would help me, this, that, and the third. Everything I explained, earlier. So she was like, I knew it. I knew what God connected us for. And it wasn't just for that website. She said, I'm a publisher, right? I said, a publisher for what? She said, I wrote a book. I published several books. And I'm going to publish your book. And I'm like, you going to publish my book? She said, did you ever have a title? And I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, what was your title? I said, Broken but Healing. No, I said, Broken but Healed. And she said, you're not healed. You're healing. She said, so you're broken but healing. Healing is a process.
Right.
And a lot of times we're not healed from the things that we've been through, or some things that we're still going through, because we still have to go through. We have to grow through some of those things. So I'm like, okay, you're right. I'm still healing. So broken but healing. When I tell y'all this lady rolled my back like a bull.
Sometimes that's what you need. You need that. Somebody to
Yes,
say.
when I tell you she pushed me. She had me come into her office every Thursday. I had to block my schedule off to be at her office at 1:00. And she would text me, where are you? In the parking lot. But she pushed me. Right. She gave me a deadline. She knew that I had to go out for surgery. So she gave me a deadline. She said, before your surgery, I need to have this book finished. And mind you, this was about maybe 2 or 3 months. I had to complete the book in 2 or 3 months before I went to surgery. So she can do her thing. And that was in 2020. So my book was actually finished in November of 2020. And she published it on Amazon February 2021.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, did you want to share that story? Did you want to write that book? Everybody told you that you had a book in you, but you just, was it because people weren't helping you with it, or you just didn't want to share it? You weren't ready to share it?
I think a little bit of both. I wanted to share it, but then I didn't want to share it because I didn't know how people was going to react. Mm-hmm. I think I was more afraid of the reactions of others than anything else.
Well, without telling us what the book is basically about, just give us one sentence as far as what the book is about. Is it about domestic violence? Is it about sexual assault? Is it about family relationships? Just give us one sentence what it's about without telling the story.
It's about my life. The book is about my life, the things I've been through, the hurdles I've overcome, and how I made it out, and how I got to where I am today.
Awesome. Okay. Now you have a second book. From broken to bossed up. You are bossed up now. Talk to us about that one.
I'm actually working on From Broken to Bossed Up now. Hopefully it'll be out later this year. Crystal pushed me again. So yeah, y'all reach out to Crystal Pitts. She pushed me again, and she was like, it's not just one book in you, it's several. And she said, I'm gonna push you to that next level. So my second book is titled From Broken to Bossed Up. From a broken place to a businesswoman.
There you go. Look at God. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That's awesome. So you got 2 books we need to be, one's already out, one we need to be looking out for. Okay, with that being said, you also have a women's ministry that you're going to be starting. Talk to us a little bit about that. That sounds like a book.
Once again, Crystal Pitts. Yes, gonna be working on a women's ministry, a broken but healing women's ministry for women who have been broken, who have been through some things in their life, who are still going through things, who need to overcome some things. And we're just gonna talk about how we went through those things and how we came out and how we can help each other come out. You know, it's still a lot of women that's broken, hurt, got that deep pain that runs to the core of their soul and don't know how to get out, don't know how to make it out. And that's what this ministry is about. And it's funny, you know, with the ministry, because I find myself ministering to a lot of my students and a lot of my clients. They'll come and lay on the table and I'm massaging them and they just will be like, oh, I thank God, you know, I'm here, I needed this. And trust me, I'm not a massage therapist, I'm a nurse, y'all. I'm a nurse, but for some reason, they'll start pouring their life out to me. And I'm like, okay, God, what you doing? Why are you trying me? Because at some point, I didn't feel worthy of ministering to people because the broken place that I've been in.
Right.
And you know how people who never been broken or never been through certain situations want to tell you how to deal with a situation. And I had to come to realize, how you gonna tell me how to come out if you never came out, if you've never been there? So sometimes ministering to those girls, those women, even women way older than me, confide in me and tell me some of their deepest secrets. And we just go into prayer mode. So I guess what I'm doing all around is ministry.
Right.
So I'm thankful that I can help others.
Right. Sometimes people just need someone that they can talk to, someone that will listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not give them advice or anything, just listen and allow
just
them
listen.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Well, give us your contact information. Okay, something about that. If somebody wants to get in touch with you for any of the items that you're doing, your books, your women ministry, your spa, talk to us about that.
Oh, you guys, I have a lot of contact information. Me personally, if you want to follow me personally on Facebook, my name is Tonya M. Holmes on Facebook. On Instagram, I am Miss Millionaire, and that's MZ_millionaire. I plan to be a millionaire. I'm speaking that into existence. If you want to follow LMK Body Spa, you can follow LMK Body Spa SAV on Facebook, LMK Body Spa _SAV on Instagram. If you want to follow Excellent Healthcare is with an X, XCELLENT, Healthcare on Facebook, Excellent Healthcare LLC on Instagram. LMK Body Spa, 912-217-8768. Excellent Healthcare is 770-580-0188. LMK Body Spa, Excellent Healthcare is coming to Atlanta very soon. The transition is real from Savannah to Atlanta.
Okay. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put all your contact information on our Facebook page. That's what I'll do, because you have a lot of it, you know, and I'm sure there's going to be a few people who's going to be interested in connecting with you. So we'll put it on the Facebook page, the OPOV Facebook page, so that way they can be able to reach out to you. Okay.
Thank you.
So what do you have coming up next?
Coming up next, adding to Excellent Healthcare is drug screening, drug testing. So that's going to be in Savannah as well as Atlanta. So If you have a company or you need to be drug tested for a company, reach out to Excellent Healthcare. We got you on that as well.
And you also do the credit repair, correct?
Oh, yes. I also do credit repair, you guys. Credit restoration, financial planning. Same numbers, same contact information. I will get you right. You want your score up, you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, you want to get credit cards, you want to get some things off your credit, contact me.
Got them. That's good. That's good. So what kind of advice would you give to a young woman who comes to you, who, want to just, pour out their soul to you and talk to you? What type of advice would you give them if they want to do something, like maybe they're in a bad relationship, they want to get out, but they don't know how? What type of advice would you give them?
I'm the type of person that's not going to tell someone to leave their significant other. I'm not going to do that. I found out if you tell somebody to leave somebody, honey, they're going to leave you. And telling them to leave them. But what I will tell them is that you deserve more. You deserve better. You don't have to go through that. You are a queen. And most importantly, people are going to treat you how you feel about you. So you got to have some self-love about you. At one point, I didn't have self-love. And the reason I say I didn't have self-love is because if I did, I wouldn't have went through some of the things that I went through. And I had to learn who I was. So I tell a lot of women, know who you are. Number one, you must know who you are. Know that you're a queen. And you walk in it. You walk in that boldness. You stand in that boldness. And you don't let nobody mistreat you. You're not made to be walked on. That's what rugs are for. To be walked on and walked over. Not you. And I told one girl recently, she told me that she was in an abusive relationship and the beatings got worse. So I told her, they're going to continue to get worse. Beatings don't get better. You want to live or you want to die? That's the choice you have to make.
Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. I mean, your testimony was amazing. I enjoyed speaking with you on yesterday. We spoke longer than 30 minutes yesterday. But, I really enjoyed, talking to you, and continue helping people. You're just amazing at that. Just continue.
Thank you.
You're getting those books out of you because everybody said you have books in you. And if it's about your life, yeah, you need to get those books out because you could be saving someone else based on your life. You never know why God puts you in these situations.
Yes, ma'am.
Just go ahead and do it. Don't question it. Everything happens for a reason, and it's for God.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. But thank you so very much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. But I'm going to get all your contact information, and we're going to put it on the OPOV page with your videos for those people who would like to get in touch with you. Okay.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Not a problem. And I want to thank everybody out there on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us tonight with Miss Tonya Holmes. We really enjoyed her. And we'll see you the next time on our Point of View Talk Show. Just remember everything.